Yes.
Oh no, I think I'm gonna be late. See you soon. Have any of you seen my client list?
Everyone, meeting room now.
I think I'm in trouble.
I found this in your bin.
What's wrong?
This form contains important personal data of our clients. What if somebody picks this up and misuses the data?
Yeah, I saw it on the news. We could get into big trouble.
Yes, our business is built on trust that our clients place in us. If there is a breach, our clients will lose confidence. Ponsa, you left a document with personal data open on your laptop. That is very dangerous. Anyone could have accessed those confidential data. We need an SOP to safeguard our customers' data.
Sorry, boss. I'm really sorry for my carelessness.
Don't worry, Ponsa. We will work on this together.
And so I was assigned to find out how to better protect personal data. Well, let's do it. Okay, here we go. Personal Data Protection Act. The Personal Data Protection Act governs the collection, use, disclosure, and care of personal data by organizations. The PDPA has 9 obligations which helps us develop the right policies and practices. We should notify individuals about why we're collecting, using, or disclosing their personal data, obtain their consent and limit the use of the purposes consented for. Upon request, we should share with them how their data has been used or correct it when necessary. Our company should take care of personal data by ensuring its accuracy and protecting it, and retain it only where there are business or legal users. When transferring it overseas, we should ensure the data receives the same protection. We also need to make clear our data protection policies and appoint a data protection officer. The Personal Data Protection Commission's website provides various resources such as advisory guidelines and business checklists. There are also SME centers with business advisors that organizations can reach out to. Oh, there's actually so much more that we can do to better protect personal data. In order to better safeguard our clients' personal data, I'll be speaking with Mr. Lam Chi Kin, Group Head of Compliance at DBS Bank and member of the bank's Group Management Committee, to find out more about how they protect personal data and their practices.
Good morning, Mr. Lam.
Hey, good morning. Hey, please call me Chikin.
All right. Congratulations for being named the safest bank in Asia 8 years in a row.
Thank you very much.
How do you win their trust?
Being a safe bank implies that we are trusted by our customers. It's something that we continually need to look at ourselves and look at technology as it evolves. So one of the things that we do is we try to automate processes as far as possible. If, for example, there are a lot of paper forms that are lying around, then actually if you lose one of those forms, then chances are that could create a data protection issue as well. So eliminate paper and to build a straight-through connection from your, let's say, electronic device that's collecting the information straight through into our processing systems. It kind of builds a paperless environment so that you don't have this prospect of possibly losing those pieces of paper.
What role did the personal data protection policies play to help you achieve it?
Really, honestly, that's about financial performance and so on and so forth, right? But of course, data protection has an element to play in this. A small element, but an important element. And I think it's an element that's going to get more important as the years go on. I think the critical thing is that as much as trust is a cornerstone of banking, being trusted with customers' finances, being trusted with customers' investment decisions, but also being trusted with customers' data and the way we use data is very important. The first thing was, of course, the appointment of a data protection officer for Singapore.
Can you share with me the role of a data protection officer?
A DPO has several roles, okay? So one of the most important roles is to come up with the internal framework for the use of data in the way that we comply with the law, but also in the way that we use this data as responsibly as possible.
What were some of the data protection challenges faced by DBS?
Maybe some context first. We're a financial institution. So being a financial institution, protection of customer information is already extremely important. So we came from a framework that already obliges us to take protection of customer information very seriously. We also operate in other countries, and other countries have implemented laws around data protection that existed before the Personal Data Protection Act in Singapore. So if you take these two things that we know already, it's not that much more of a challenge to integrate data protection laws into what we do in real life. Because there are many other countries with data protection laws, we have to make sure that whatever we implement harmonizes correctly. So if you can think about it, DBS has 22,000 employees. You've got to help 22,000 employees to be responsible with data. And it's very difficult to do so if you're trying to say 22,000 multiplied by so many different countries. It becomes very difficult. So the last point that I would make about the challenge is to try to make whatever we do on data protection for Singapore also harmonize with the way that data protection works in the rest of the world.
Why is data protection so important to you?
Maybe the most fundamental point there is to come back to that idea of trust. We need to be responsible with data, and in some ways that's much, much more important than just complying with the law. It's about being trustworthy for your customers.
So how do you make use of the data that you have to improve consumer experience?
Yeah. I can give a very simple example. Because we know the patterns of withdrawals from our ATMs. So with Chinese New Year, if you know certain ATMs are more heavily used, we put more ATMs temporarily into those locations so that our customers can be served. It's the institution's responsibility thinking about what would the customer want in that type of situation, and then delivering the service or the experience that best conforms with what the customer wants.
Thank you, Chicken.
Fantastic. No
Thank
problem.
you.
Come and see us anytime.
Sure. Boss, I think we should upgrade some of our computer systems and also digitize some of our operations to better protect our data. We also have a lot of hard copy records. If we were to digitize them, I think it would be really helpful. And may I propose that we purchase some tablets and
Pongsa. Your plan sounds great, but do we need to have all of it right now? We have limited budget and resources at the moment. Perhaps some of these measures could be implemented at a later date? Can we have a simpler solution first for our data protection plan?
Yes, boss!
Joyce, I finished compiling our list of volunteers and helpers for the event.
Thanks. The response is very good. We should have enough manpower.
Great, I'll send them all the information later.
No, you should not. Some of these documents contain personal data of the participants and stakeholders. Think about it. Not everyone needs the same details to carry out their task. We can just tell them what they need to know.
You are absolutely right, Joyce. Let's include that in our personal data protection SOP. Got it. Thanks! Boss wanted me to look into simpler and more immediate solutions to help us kickstart our personal data protection policies. I'm here to look for Mrs. Unisto, Executive Director of TTSH Community Fund. The Tan Tock Seng Hospital Community Fund supports over 2,500 beneficiaries with assistive aids to help them in daily living. The fund also promotes better patient care through medical research and medical training. Eunice, I understand that the TTSH Development Fund and the Volunteer Management Office have been handling a lot of personal data belonging to beneficiaries, volunteers, and even donors. You have been doing so for the past 10 years. How do you go about doing that?
We have a small team behind. I'm not doing this alone. Yes, you're right. There's a lot of data to manage, and you need policies to be in place. You need to put processes and standard operating procedures, what you call SOPs, to manage this correctly. For example, the roll of honor that I showed you, that's where we acknowledge donors who made substantial donations, and you need to seek their consent before putting these names up on the board itself. We have to reconfirm that they are agreeable to have their names up, because sometimes a donor just want to keep a low profile and they can change their mind to be anonymous. And in such cases, then we can't reveal that they have made a donation.
Wow, sounds amazing. And you've got so much information. How do you store the data?
A lot of the data is computerized, but then of course not everything is computerized, because when people fill in forms, these are hard copy forms.
So you've got both the hard copy and the soft copies.
Soft copy. And hard copy is always a challenge, because hard copies can be anywhere. And so we've got to put in processes where the security of such information, which is confidential, and where it is kept.
So where are they kept?
This is in my office. Now I can show you this later in the office.
Cool,
Shall we?
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, getting here isn't easy at all. It's like going into a maze.
Yes, that's true. You see, access is very restricted over here. And yes, this is my office.
So that's the cabinet for volunteer management, and this one is for fundraising.
That's right. And the fundraising holds the information on the donors, the events, and so on. But the beneficiaries' documents are with the finance. All these cupboards are locked. You will find that later behind the door, as they go out, there is also a reminder sign.
Eunice, you've got so many data protection policies in place. How do you make sure everyone complies with it?
In order that we keep data confidential and protected, then staff have to be trained. But then in this case here, we are talking about donors, about beneficiaries, All right. Of course, some of the beneficiaries are patients and some are not. They are people in the community. Then there are also volunteers. All right. So training has to be given to staff and also to volunteers.
Oh, nice place.
Well, this is TTSH Care Connect, and this is where we also train our volunteers.
So if I were to be keen to be a volunteer here, what sort of training do I have to go through?
Well, first you have to fill in a form, and that is the first instance that volunteers, encounter the PDPA. When the volunteers come to the hospital, they interact or befriend patients, and in the course of this, they actually get to know information about the patients, and therefore they need to be trained because they can't go back and discuss this with their family, which means that information that they gather in the course of their volunteer work is not something that they can go home and discuss with their family or even share with their family.
So you only provide information that will help them with their job?
Yes, limited to what they need to know. Restricted, yes.
We have that in our company's SOP as well.
Right.
Checked.
Yes.
I'm just curious because my boss wanted me to find a way to implement all these policies and at a very low cost. Is that possible?
Well, it is in fact. I'm very proud to tell you that we didn't engage any legal help for this.
No lawyers involved?
No lawyers. We did this in-house all by ourselves. For us, we spent zero.
You did it at zero cost, so it's possible to do it at zero
like
cost.
I said, what we put in is manpower, time, right? Yes. And at a charity, every cent counts and we just want to save all this money. But that doesn't mean that we compromise. What we did as a team is to look at the requirement of the Act, the 9 areas, all right? And then analyze this, examine it, look at how we can fit into this, where our processes can be reviewed and tightened, and the policies that we have to put in place.
I think you just debunked a myth that to implement data protection policies, it's very expensive. That's not true. Oh, well, thank you for all the insights. My boss will be so excited, especially the part where you spend $0 on the implementation. Got it. I'll just get everything down. Okay, thank you, Eunice. Thank you so much. Hi guys, I called for this meeting to share with you what I've learned about personal data protection. Many of them said that the staff and the customers became more confident in an organization after realizing that they've got such measures in place. I feel that we can adopt some of the practices that suit our needs. First, we should appoint a data protection officer. I'll help to develop policies and practices to safeguard the data of our company. But I'll also need your help to map out and tell me what, where, why, when, and how we're going to use the personal data that we have. By doing so, we'll be able to find out where all the gaps are and plug them. So I came up with a 3-step plan to protect personal data. I call it PPP. Plan, protect, and practice. Step 1. Plan. We should map out and plan the company's personal data inventory. Step 2. We should develop suitable policies to protect the data that we have. Step 3. Practice. Ensure that the policies are followed through and practice.
Great work. Everyone, please give Ponsang your support with this project.
So much things to do and remember. Oh no! I think we're in trouble.
Okay, Chloe, take a deep breath, calm down, and tell us exactly what happened.
Implementing personal data protection measures, it's not an easy task.
We owe an obligation to our parents in having to make sure that the information are kept within the organization.
On a quarterly basis, we will have the internal trainings to update us on what is the policy.
So I'd like to explain some of the new measures that we put in place in terms of data protection SOPs.